So we all know that liberal states like California and New York are under fire right now for their illegal immigrant policies. We've seen this in New York over the last week, where illegal immigrants have come into the city, they're stealing, they're looting, and then they're attacking police officers who are trying to keep law and order. And after they attack police officers, they are just immediately released without bail, and many of them just flee the state at that point. But what many don't realize is that these illegal immigrants are targeting certain states that are more favorable to them, meaning states where they can steal and get away for stealing for it, even as aggressive as attacking police officers. But they will not do this in states like Florida. This is something that CNN wasn't aware of, and they're going to find out real quick. Check out this clip.
There is this 1%er, criminal element that looks at a different opportunity here. These individuals, I went over their rap sheets yesterday, multiple charges, grand larceny, robbery, attempted robbery, grand larceny, grand larceny. This particular crew operated on mopeds and scooters. They were doing organized retail theft. They were doing snatches on the street, iPhones, iPads, clothing, so on and so forth. One of them that they are still seeking has 10 charges on one day because he's part of a pattern that's been going on. And I'm looking at the dates that their arrest started, which is probably close to when they got here. They've only been here a couple of months. So what the detectives are telling me is they have crews here that operate in New York, do all their stealing, then go to Florida to spend the money and then come back. And I'm like, well, why don't they just stay and steal in Florida? And they said, because there you go to jail.
Oh, wow. Check out the reaction of the CNN crew. Like, they were like baffled by this. Wait a second. You're telling me that these people will actually target cities that will allow them to commit these criminal acts, but they won't do this in states and cities that will arrest them for doing it? Oh, of course, that's right. So guess what's happening? When you have these liberal inner cities like New York City, and we're seeing in San Francisco and LA, this is where these illegal immigrants, and now it's not everybody. We do rightfully hear that it's like 1%. It could be even a little higher than that. But 1% of millions of people coming across that border is a lot of people. And these individuals are looking for opportunities to steal and loot and get away with it. But they're going to take that money. They're going to take that stuff. They're going to go to other states. They're going to spend their money there. They're going to live there, but they're not going to steal from states like Florida, because if they do, they're going to get caught and they're going to be sent into prison. This is not what they want. So they spend their money there. They go back to a liberal state where they can do this. They get away with it. And then they go back to Florida. And guess what's happening? Nothing. They're not getting deported for this. We saw these brazen attack on New York City officers over the last week. We saw these illegal immigrants literally flipping off cameras after they were released. Not deported. They're being deported for nothing, literally nothing, committing the crime of illegally coming across the border, committing the crime of stealing and looting, committing the crime of attacking police officers. There's nothing they can do. And that is the problem with what's going on with these liberal agendas right now, because basically they're saying these individuals are immune from being deported. It doesn't matter how bad they get. It doesn't matter what they do. They're completely immune. And not only that, they're going to be supported. They're going to be given money. They're going to be given housing. They're going to be given clothing. They're going to be given cell phones. They're going to be given education. They're going to be given health care. And they're going to get away with any criminal acts that they commit. And we are going to do this on the backs of Americans and American taxpayers and our school systems and our children. That's who's going to be paying for this, for these individuals who are committing these criminal acts. And we're seeing it in the liberal states, the liberal inner cities. That is where communities are getting hit the hardest. And it's so unfortunate because we see these states with such good policies like Florida, and it's just not happening there. And it's, New York, California, they don't understand why this is the case. Seriously, if you're in one of these places, I really feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for myself because I'm actually in one of these places, far enough away from the real liberal garbage to not be too affected by it. But it's really sad when you see the degradation of the leadership of the United States of America to the point at which you realize that they're actually trying to harm this country for their own political agendas. What do you think about this? Leave your comments below. I'll catch you on the next video.